All right, babe, get online. All right, I sent you a link. So you got to let me know if I'm going to shut the door here. So let me know. Send me a message says you're on. All right. So can you hear me? So that would be the first question. Are you able to hear me? My audio seems to be working. So now we'll see if you message back. Let me check with the brothers. What are you talking about? What brothers? Okay. So now I gotta go back here. I'm trying to get this. It's the Ninja camera. Alright, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to try to show some pictures on the screen and some videos. So I'm going to do that, do this, screen capture, QuickTime Player. Okay, so there should be, what we're looking for now, tell me if there's a video on your screen. I'm going to hit play. Where I left off there, had a phone call come in, sorry. Just when I thought I was alone and would be able to do this without being interrupted. Anyway, okay, so we were talking tomorrow. Tomorrow is the coral planting, so Asha is gonna give her presentation about how we do it. Then we'll all go out as a group and collect the coral. And then after that, we'll do what's called dive against debris, and that's where we go out and we collect everything we can find. Any bottles, any cans, anything we find on the reef, we grab it, stuff it in bags and bring it back to shore. Then we can go through it and categorize it. Okay, this is the amount of bottles that we got. This is the amount of packaging for chips we got, and then that data can then be sent to Aware, Patty Aware, which is a monitoring organization. They monitor reefs and trash and stuff like that around the world. And then on Saturday we'll do what's called a transect, which is laying down a 90 feet or say 30 meter long measuring tape on a reef, and then you go over the reef and you photograph and video very slowly all the way along that transect. And then when you get back and you get into the lab, you can bring up your video and you can count coral species, you can count any fish or any other kind of invertebrates that you see. So it's a way of surveying the overall health of the reef. So that's transect. That will be Saturday. And then I think we're gonna do just one last fun dive where we just go out and just really enjoy diving and spend some time looking at reefs and stuff. I'm gonna come back here and I'm gonna go back to the Ninja camera. So now you should see me back in the room. Okay, there we go. Alright, now I want to look at these images, so I got to go back to my screen capture, built-in display, QuickTime Player. I don't want that. Application window capture. There we go. Okay, now, shut off my Ninja. This is the one that's always been giving me trouble here. Screen capture, turn it on. Okay, now I'm hoping that on your screen you're seeing some illustrations of the Maya. So I have to ask that question. I see you back in the room. Good. Okay. Can you see the Mayan ruins now? good, yep. Okay, I see pyramid illustrations. Good, there we go. Good, good. Okay, so that works. All right, so I'll be able to do that. I should be able, now tell me if it switches to the next slide. Did it just switch to a new slide? So now you should see, it might not do it. We'll see, now you should see like a temple built into underneath another one. It's another illustration. Let's let me, can you see the black and white one? Now I've put a black and white image on. Tell me if that one's coming up. I'm trying to show pictures while I talk, because that's what this is going to be, full of that kind of stuff. So that's the question. New slide just up, lots of stairs. Yeah, that's it. Now tell me when the new one that comes up that's like black and white drawn. There's a lag, obviously it takes a while. So if you look down just underneath the guy sitting kind of in the center right hand side, there's a little rabbit down on the ground, or the very bottom of the frame. There's a rabbit and he's writing in a book. The rabbit was their animal. Yes, up. Okay, got it. It works. This is gonna work. This is gonna work. All right. Okay. Back here, and now I'm gonna shut off that screen, and I'm gonna turn back on my camera on me. So now you should be seeing us back in the room. Just send me a text as soon as you see me again. I see your cursor moving, yeah. Yeah. Can you hear me talking right now? That would be one question I'm asking. Okay, now it should come back up that it's just me in the room. Can you hear me talking? That's the question. Was I talking through this whole thing? Well, this is just a test. Right now we're just testing. I just want to make sure I can pop between videos that I've taken and pictures that I have and back to me talking. As long as it's working, if you can hear me on your computer, then we're up and running. And it's exactly what I need. Yes, can hear you talking, and now you're in the room. Okay, so it's good. It works. Everything works. It's a lag. I don't know. It takes a little while for it to show up on yours, but it's definitely working. All right, cool. I'm going to make some gravy. Any other questions? Yes, you were talking through the whole thing. Good. Good, thanks. Rock on. All right, I'm going to turn off. It works. It's up and running. YouTube off.